Hello everyone, and welcome to my YNR Homies channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Lauren makes a major request of Nikki, Lily plays Nancy Drew, Chelsea drops a bombshell on Billy, and Phyllis does something we didn't know she was capable of, according to Soaps.com's latest Young and Restless spoilers for Monday, March 31st through Friday, April 4th. Read more about these teasers below. Young and Restless spoilers for the week of March 31st. The Young and Restless spoilers for Monday, March 31st. Victoria has been married and remarried, run large corporations, and had a child resurrected from the dead. So, no matter what Jack asks her for advice on, she should have some insightful words to offer. Despite their diametrically opposed temperaments, Claire and Kyle manage to find common ground. Lily has had enough of avoiding the truth. She doesn't beg for answers from Diane, she demands them. Restless rant. The identity of Aristotle Dumas is exposed. In addition, Alan is revealed to be Martin. Get the details inside. Young and Restless spoilers for Tuesday, April 1st. It's fine for Diane to make a pledge to Nate. But can his half-brother believe that the shifty newcomer will uphold his promise? Sally presumably assumed that once she and Adam split up, he'd be done giving her headaches. But, nah. Even now, she has reasons to lose tolerance with her ex-lover. Chelsea shares some unexpected news with Billy. As enraged as he was that she cheated on him with Adam, it's amazing to us that they're even talking. Young and Restless spoilers for Wednesday, April 2nd. We are confident that Phyllis plays nice with Sally. Herding cats would be easier than this, Jack keeps Billy in check. The spoiler does not state for now, but we all know Billy never stays in queue for long. Lily is not a hapless damsel in distress, she takes issues into her own hands. Young and Restless spoilers for Thursday, April 3rd. Victor should be careful what he wishes for when he tells Michael to play hardball. When the attorney goes all out, he doesn't stop. Diane is concerned about Tracy, and reasonably so. However, Beth Maitland sees her character's situation very differently. Read everything about it here. Lauren asks Nikki for a huge favor. The redhead wants her buddy to betray her spouse. As you go through our in memoriam photo gallery, remember the soap stars that passed away in 2025. The Young and Restless spoilers for Friday, April 4th. Given Victor's past with the mysterious Aristotle Dumas, he's arguably the best person to offer Lily unwanted counsel as she continues to investigate the tycoon's true connection to Diane. Tracy, we have all fell for a maniac at some point. Nonetheless, she questions her decision-making. Audrey gets an unexpected invitation. It appears like a former favorite is poised to return to Genoa City in a big way. Before he does, refresh your memory with the photo collection below, which details Cain Ashby's life and times, and possibly, by extension, Aristotle Dumas. Candace Young/Charles Mason. Young and Restless surprises, Aristotle Dumas revealed, plus, Alan exposed as Martin. March 24th to 28th. Young and Restless is about to psychoanalyze the joy and drama out of this soap show. Nonetheless, we've got a handful of puzzles to keep us entertained. Who is Alan? Who is Aristotle Dumas? Testing the waters. I've always enjoyed a good frenemies moment between Sharon and Phyllis, but keeping it permanent seems unwise in a drama. It's become something of a tendency among contemporary writers to therapize the edginess of all the characters who have historically entertained us with their pot-stirring. Adam, Chelsea, and Diane have become horrible bores, and now Phyllis, of all people, appears to be following in their footsteps. The situation is disappointing and not in line with our purpose. The authors should take note of the melodrama on Bold and Beautiful and Beyond the Gates. Alan exposed. There was a lot of foreshadowing in those talks between Jack and Tracy that made it evident that, barring a twist in which Alan had a psychotic break after his sibling died, Martin lived and has been impersonating his brother. Alan/Martin is expected to approach Ashley again as part of his surprise plot. If Tracy confronts him, he may whip out his phone and indicate that he has her sister locked up somewhere. If not, this could be yet another fizzle of an ending in which they merely reveal that Alan is Martin and then drag him off to jail. Of course, our hearts will break for Tracy, and we will hope against hope that Sharon and Phyllis are given the opportunity to confront their captor, but I am not holding my breath. Daniel and Sharon, after all, were denied the opportunity for closure in the Jordan/Ian narrative. Aristotle Dumas revealed. We're getting closer to finding out who is behind the moniker Aristotle Dumas. There are a few alternatives here, and neither of them agree with my initial impressions of the character. When Victor told Michael that he'd competed with Aristotle Dumas to buy enterprises throughout the years, it was assumed that he was around the same age as the mustache. However, new material has shifted our theories, skewing him younger. With Daniel Goddard teasing a surprise, we have to think that Dumas may be Kane Ashby. Let's consider some evidence. Lily and Jill are involved. Kane has previous experience with Chancellor Industries, and he lives in California, where Dumas Enterprises are situated. It may have been him, but he would have had to construct an empire swiftly after leaving Genoa City to compete on Victor's level 4 years. More, why will Billy and Sally split up? Mark Harding, a longtime Young and Restless reader on Twitter, proposed a better theory, that Aristotle Dumas is Brooke's Prentice, who will be played by incoming Days actor Billy Flynn. Not only is this better to what would be an implausible Kane-related plot, but it would also reintroduce the original Brooke/Prentice family to the canvas. I'd like to believe it may also pave the way for Theo's comeback. Anyway, for those who don't know, the Prentice family owned a publishing empire, which Victor once stole. This explains not just Brooke's hate against the Black Knight, but also the literary names of his enterprises, Monte Cristo and Dangler, as well as his identity, Dumas. The Young and the Restless spoilers Thursday, March 27th, Tracy panics, Diane covers, and Phyllis's intel. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, March 27th, 2025 are available. Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, is expected to reveal something to Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, in tomorrow's episode. Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, keeps making appearances. Plus, Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, tells Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, about his latest idea. Continue reading to learn more about what will happen in the next episode of CBS's soap drama. Be sure to check out our next week's YNR spoilers here. Tracy Abbott's intuition. On Thursday, March 27th, fans can anticipate Tracy's intuition to be screaming at her. Tracy did leave a message with Alan Laurent, Christopher Cousins, to postpone her trip. Despite her brilliant cover story, she is concerned that Alan might be Martin Laurent, Christopher Cousins. Of course, it's possible that really is Alan, but he has a split personality or is adopting the characteristics of his deceased twins. Read more, find out what happened in the last episode of YNR. Jack Abbott's fear. In any event, Tracy was skeptical of Alan's explanation for the alarm on his phone. After speaking with Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, Tracy believes she is about to marry a monster. Sharon had her suspicions, but the author did not reveal them. Tracy contacted Jack after Sharon left and he arrived immediately away. After Tracy unloads what she's uncovered, Jack will be concerned for her safety. Diane Jenkins Abbott covers. The Young and the Restless spoilers for tomorrow indicate that Diane will cover. It's plausible that all of this is about Diane's mystery repairs to the Abbott mansion. However, there must be something more intriguing going on. Perhaps Alan didn't go to Paris after all. Could Alan/Martin have deceived Diane into letting him hide in the mansion? Maybe Alan claims to have a top-secret surprise for Tracy. Phyllis Summers' discovery. Over with Phyllis, she will make a significant discovery. Billy will reveal his latest strategy to her, but this means he is fooling Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope. Fans may recall that Sally noticed Aristotle Dumas blowing up Billy's phone, but he claimed it was merely to congratulate him on his new business. Billy also told Sally that Dumas supported him, but he didn't go into detail. However, when Billy next sees Phyllis, he will share some information with her. What does Billy promise to do for Dumas in exchange for his assistance? What type of peril has Billy gotten himself into, and will he require Victor Newman's, Eric Braeden, assistance in the end? According to Victor, Dumas is not someone to mess with, so keep tuned. Share your opinions in the comments area below. Remember to keep watching CBS or Paramount Plus to see what happens next. Remember to keep watching CBS or Paramount Plus to see what happens next. Aristotle Dumas revealed. We're getting closer to finding out who is behind the moniker Aristotle Dumas. There are a few alternatives here, and neither of them agree with my initial impressions of the character. When Victor told Michael that he'd competed with Aristotle Dumas to buy enterprises throughout the years,